All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Hello and welcome. It's part 2 of our test and review for the 177 Rexime Smith. As you can see now, we've swapped over to the ambush stock due to the fact that our original wooden stock, there was only 4 in stock at Solware and they were all found to be full, so there must have been a poor batch out at the time. Obviously they've all been taken off the shelf, which is a great loss to Solware, but we've had to swap to the ambush stock, which seems to be shooting a little bit better. Right then, how this works: 23 metres away, we've got 2 targets down there at the moment. One's got 5 small targets on. You need to get 5 shots in the red of that to get yourself 50 points. And then we've got just a standard card. You need to get 5 shots inside the 10 to get yourself another 50 points. Then we'll swap to our third card. That's called the rings. The top line rings are all worth 5 points in. There's 4 shots of that. And then we've got our big bonus shot, which is just the size of a pellet, and that's worth 15. There's 15 shots altogether that you need to do, and the maximum score you can get is 135. A 135 is excellent. We class anything over 110 as okay, and it's reasonable. All that being done and said, let's get it out there. Once this is done, we'll chronograph the gun and see how powerful it is and everything else. Okay then. Our Rexime Smith, as you know, is paired up at the moment with the JSB Exact Diablos, the normal 8.4 grains. Let's see how it goes. Here's our first shot. Might help if I cock it. Shot 1's good. Shot 2 is just slightly off. Shot 3 is just clipped, he'll be okay at that. Shot 4. Yeah, fine. And that one's good as well. So he's probably got 4 on target there with 1 just off, so he's probably got 48 points there. On to our next card. Last one for a full house on this card. Yes, so 98 scored there over the first 2 cards. We'll get set up for card 3. Card 3 is our rings card. We're in the red rings. We'll be taking the 4 red rings at the top and then the little red ring underneath. 35 points here up for grabs. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. And we're out. New magazine needed. So, all good so far. Yeah. Can you get the bonus for a nice high 133? No, he doesn't. There, that was a little bit off, I've got to admit, with the last one. But still, it's okay. He scores 88 and 20. Yeah, he scores, you know, a 118, which is fine. That gets him through. It's definitely a lot better than the last gun we had, although the last gun did score actually better. I had a slip on the last one and we retook it and he got the 15 pointer, but this one missed on his 15 point today, but not to be outdone, that's okay, a 118. we'll get set up now for its chronograph test. Let's have a see what this gun is pushing out. Okay, let's put 5 shots over our chronograph and let's see how it does. Shot 1, 240. Shot 2, didn't count. Try again. Shot 2, 237. Shot 3, 236. Shot 4, 238. And the final shot, 237. So we got from 236 to 240. We'll take 238 as its reading. Okay, we took our middle reading, which was 238 meters per second. We broke that down into feet per second, and that gave us 780.8 feet per second. The projectile weight was 8.4 because it's the standard JSB exact Diablos, and that ended us up with 11.37 power output, that's in foot-pounds, and our muzzle energy expressed in joules was 15.42, so that's well acceptable. I mean, that's not a heavy pellet in there, the 8.4s. Probably with a heavier pellet you'd be well over 11.5, I would have thought, so that's really good, really acceptable. Okay, then it's been through its test, did okay on its test, and also it's been chronographed, did really well on that. Now it's over to my personal thoughts on the gun and recommendations. Well, I've got to admit, I wasn't looking for this stock at all. I was going to get the walnut, as you know, but it is growing on me. I do really like it. In obviously, if you're doing any hunting, but a camouflage never hurt anybody, did it? So obviously great for that. Accuracy wise, it's doing a lot better than our other one was, and that sounds a bit strange to say because our other one scored a bit more on its test. But this one is a little bit more reliable of where it's going to be, and I do prefer this one by a long chalk. The joys of this gun, and the reason why I've brought this in, I used to have the Rexime Smith in .22 and I sold it even though I didn't want to. It was massively accurate and it was a perfect ratting gun. It was fantastic for doing ratting. You stick your night vision on the end of there and you'd have hours of fun and you wouldn't miss a lot at all with it. Now, I brought the 177 in thinking that, well, can I prove here that a budget 177 can go up against the big guys, because obviously we've got some big guys coming up in our next Battle League. We've got the Air Arms Ultimate Sporter, we've got the Viroc HW100, there's stuff like the Krell Empire XS, which has been pretty good and accurate so far on testing. We've got the BSA Defiant, should be a big guy, didn't perform too well on test to be fair, but should be there. And we've also got the Walther Rain. Now these are all guns that are like £200 above this, to be fair, at least. Some of them are maybe £500–600 above this gun, maybe 7 to 8 even. But I was that sure if I bought a 177 in this that it'd give itself a decent shout. I thought, yeah, go on, throw it in, get yourself another 177 one, bring it in and see what it does up against the big guys. Now, I don't find this 177 as accurate at the moment as I did my 22, I'm going to be quite honest. But this could still be bedding in. It's still only had about 40 pellets down the barrel at the moment or so, so it's not really had a lot at all. It might bed in a bit better after about 100 shots and be a little bit more accurate and a little bit more responsive to what I wanted to do. That being said, all in all, if you count it in its test, it missed 2 shots. It missed one on the little rings, one on the little small targets on the first card, and it missed the very small one on the rings target. So 2 shots out of 13 isn't too bad. Now, when we tested the original walnut one, there was 15 meters difference in 2 of the shots on the chronograph, and that was absolutely not acceptable. You're fluctuating from 11.8 foot-pounds down to 10.2, which, no, it shouldn't be doing that. This one, as you've just seen, it's tested over there. There was probably 2 to 3, 4 meters maximum, the difference. Acceptable. That's not too bad at all. It still works out to like about 12 foot-pounds that does, but it's not bad, and it's acceptable. But obviously, this being non-regulated, you do expect a little bit of creep in the power output every now and again, but not massive amounts. This I feel a little bit more comfortable with. It is a little bit more responsive, and it does what I want it to do, which is what you want. The joys of this gun are obviously the two tanks. You've got the tank on the front, tank on the back, in the arm, in the butt rest there, which gives you a hell of a lot of shots. Obviously, ergonomically designed. It greatly fits your hand for shooting. It's really comfortable to shoot with, and unlike the MPO2, which is more or less a copy gun of this, the manometer is on the side, not on the dangerous end, right at the end there. Also, it's Foster fitted for filling, so you don't need to buy anything extra. Usually everybody's whip they've got for either a bottle, compressor or pump will come with a female Foster fitting. This has got a male there on the end, so it's just straight connect, no messing about. But even so, if you have not got that, there's one inside the box that comes with it. All in all, I really do like these guns, and that's why I've bought one back in 177, as I say. Whether I get proved wrong and it gets absolutely annihilated up against these other guns, I don't know. But I would give it a shout, especially if I'd have got my 2.2 back. My 2.2 was bang on accurate and great. This has got chance yet to prove me wrong and get more, a little bit tighter and a little bit more accurate. Even so, if we can take points off one of the big guys in the battle leagues, I think that's a little bit of a win for it, being, as I say, it's at least half the price of all the others that's there. As I say, this has got a lovely standout stock on it now with this ambush stock, but can't wait now to get it into the battle league, and let's see how it gets on, and hopefully it can take a few big scalps, who knows. But yeah, if somebody's starting out in life and they're looking for a budget gun to start out with, I would always recommend a Myth. I know that seems strange because we've just had a bad one and had to send it back, but it's a mechanical item at the end of the day. Sometimes some things go wrong, you've got to look at that, and it does happen. I've had a Krell MPO2 that was absolutely awful straight out, and I had to return it. The one that I got replaced with, it was absolutely brilliant and was perfect every shot, couldn't fault it. It happens sometimes, there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, I'm hoping this gives us a good shout in this up and coming back at Battle League, and I can prove to you that even though it's a budget gun, it is a good budget gun. We look forward to that anyway in our next video, which we've got one more gun to review and test and do all its pellet testing with, and then we're going to the Battle League, so I'll get ready for that. You look forward to this one. As I say, I've spread them out this time. It's not more or less guns that are all the same. I've gone for some really high-end stuff down to a budget gun, just to see whether a budget gun can outdo the big guys. Anyway, look forward to see you all in those videos. Bye bye now, see you soon.